What's up, guys? We're back. Trying to get to 2150, which might be an ambitious goal. But we're going to give it a shot. And I'm using a different mouse. So my wireless mouse was about to die. So I have a backup, but it's not what I usually use. So for those of you who have ever tried to play chess with a different mouse, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's takes a little while to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Here we go. Let's jump into a game. Let me make sure the chat is working because I don't see anybody. I've been getting this like lag, it seems like, when I'm streaming. Dun dun dun. Stream is healthy. Okay. Can't see any viewers, can't see any chat. What's going on? I think it's just lagging. Let me just give it a second. Let me just give it a second. Hey, there we go. There's somebody. What's going on? All right. We're good. We're good. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into a game. All right. E4. Hey, Tim. Good morning. Sicilian. Let's play the usual. Bishop B5. Here we go. And plays D6. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and castle. And on Bishop D7, I think... Oh, Bishop G4. All right. That's... I don't think that's your typical move. So I'm just thinking, how do I want to play against that? Yeah, I think I will play H3 and see what the bishop's going to do. Okay, he goes back. I'm actually considering G4 here. I know it's a bit aggressive. Maybe I'll wait a little bit. Let's see. I might do that later. Let's go for D3 first. But I am thinking about playing this at some point. Okay, he's going to force me to trade. Let's go ahead and do that. And I wonder if I could play B3. Shuts down the rook. And also puts my bishop on a nice diagonal. I'm expecting we're going to see like E5 though. So is that really what I want to do? I'm going to play G4. I'm going to try to take this bishop out of the game, gain a bunch of space here, and just develop. Let's just bring the knight out. This is aggressive, and I'm you know, understanding that this is not without risks, right? But go ahead and keep developing. Bring the bishop out. Probably play queen D2 next. Just get all my pieces off of the back. And then we can start thinking about what to do. Okay, he plays knight F6. Interesting. So I'm thinking about going here and jumping the knight into F5. I think I am going to do that. So we're going to jump into F5. I don't really want to take that bishop. I most likely want to jump in here. And it's kind of an annoying square for the knight to be on. It's going to be attacking a bunch of stuff. I'm guessing black's probably going to take me. But then it allows me to recapture here and potentially use this square for my other knight. So I kind of like the idea of that. So let's go ahead and jump in there. Hey, good morning. Did he just play bishop? He just played bishop F8? What a weird move. He played bishop E7, then bishop F8. I mean, I get it. It defends, and he saves his bishop, but was not expecting that one. I guess we're going to play F4 here. Let's play F4. Why am I playing F4? Because I want to involve the rook. And maybe in some way in the future, I'll move my knight and trap the bishop. So that seems like it makes sense. Hey, Chris. Thank you. Okay, so I guess probably gonna take it with the rook, just because I'm pretty happy with my bishop sitting over here. H5. Okay. First of all, I'm checking if there's some tactics, but I don't think I can actually win a queen here because the queen would be able to move in both cases. I think I want to just bring more pieces over. So queen f3. We're going to retake here with the pawn. And pre-move that one. And I'm thinking there's got to be something happening here. Maybe we can even triple up the battery. Okay, queen c7. So if I want, I can take this. Ah, you know what? You know what? Here we go. Here we go. Take it with check, and then we grab the knight. So we win a pawn, and we unleash the pieces on the f-file. That's got to be it. We'll take there with check. Following up with this one. That's a safe pre-move. And then we'll take this. And I'm pretty happy. I mean, my king is, you know, I have to be a little careful, right? But so does black. And my pieces are very active. Okay, they do escape over there. For now, anyway. Let's see. I'm a little bit worried about this move, maybe because of the threat here. But I do have queen f4, which looks pretty solid. Could even go queen f4 right now. If I wanted to. King here and bring the rook over. I'm trying to decide how concerned am I with my king. What I'm trying to decide. I really want to just triple up here, but it's sort of not really a great target. I could put my queen here, put my king here, and then even if black doubles up, he wouldn't really have any good targets. Because the queen's sort of defending everything. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Because I do want to be a little careful here. I don't want to let the rooks, you know, get doubled up and I get into trouble. So I'm trying to plan ahead for that. Hey, Paul. Awesome, Frodo. Thank you. Okay, so he goes here. Ah, so I do have to, yeah, I do have to be careful. That's a pretty good move, I think. Although, hold on, he's just giving up the pawn. But he might get quite a bit of compensation. Yeah, I think he will. After, let's say, bishop here. But I'll be able to run away. Okay, let's try it. We're going to grab the pawn here. I'm expecting either before or after a queen trade, bishop h5 is what I'm thinking is going to happen. Maybe king c7 first. Yeah. Let's go back here. Bishop h5. I have rook f4. So the point is, if he takes with the rook, I'll trade. Takes with the bishop, I have a check here. Now that's still dangerous for me, but I can probably escape on f2 and run over this way. Gonna get pretty wild. I actually don't love my position, honestly. Even though I have more pawns, this is very, very dangerous. So I don't really love my position, but this is what we have. I have to make the best of it here. Okay, I will take that with check. And like I said, I think the only thing I can do is try to run. I think it's the only thing I can do at this point. That doesn't look like it's good enough. All right, let's go ahead, try to run. The rook comes down. I don't know what's happening there. Can I get away with king g3? Do I have to go here? Thing about king g3 is if he tries to take my pawn, I think I would actually... then there's this move. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. All right. Let's go here. Still very dangerous for me. I don't like my position anymore. Nope, don't like it. Okay, what is he trying to do? He wants to come down here? I'm gonna run. And he wants to do a check of some sort. So where do I need my rook to be? Here, check here. I could run that way. It looks okay. And also it gives me the option to fork and take this pawn. He's gonna probably go check. Could also take this though. All right. I mean, what else could he play? He could take the pawn, I guess, too. No, the bishop's hanging. So he's got to go for this check, but then maybe the bishop was going to be in trouble. So he does that. Now, can I do this and take this? Do I have checkmate? Ooh. Check here. Ooh, I'm very tempted to sacrifice that knight right now. I'm very tempted to do that. The other option would be to just come back here. If I played a3, the idea would be to play b3 with checkmate. Okay, but the bishop could go there. Oh, but then I could play b4. He also has some checks, but I don't think enough. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, guys. Here we go. Here we go. King's probably going to come up. We're going to grab this, and I have a plan. I have a nice plan here. The other thing that's nice about this line is once this pawn is gone, it gives my king an escape route. Oh, yeah, this is about to be very interesting. About to be very interesting. We're going to go for it. I'm going to take the knight, and I'm going to play a3, I think. The point is this is checkmate. Now, blacks can't take here. You have a check here, but I'm going to run and run. You have a check here. I'm still going to run. Yeah, a3. This is the threat. There's bishop e6. But then we have b4. And I'm going to checkmate this way. Ooh. Ooh. That's a nice... if this works, that's going to be a nice checkmate. First time catching me live. Hey, welcome. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Okay, he goes for this. So he wants to sack the bishop. But now we hit him with b4. Hit him with b4. And the question that I have for black is how do you stop this move right here? How do you stop it? Maybe I'm missing something. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing how you stop that. He can throw in a check. That's fine. I'm going to run over here. He can throw in one more check, and I'm going to run right here. And that, my friends, is checkmate. Oof. Oof. Guys, if we win this game with Checkmate, you have to hit the like button, okay? That's the rule. If we win this game with Checkmate, you have to hit the like button. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Probably going to resign first. I'm guessing we're going to see a resignation right now. So sad. Sad. But you can still hit the like button if you want. That was a nice finish. Let's see if we did it correctly. Okay, pretty good. 86. Let's see if we missed anything. Not too worried about the opening. I want to see the end game here. Okay, so he plays bishop f8. What was the best move here? Probably just to take the knight, I'm guessing. Yes, he did need to take the knight. And that was a little better. Bishop f8. Okay, f4. Good. Ooh, I wasn't supposed to take it. I was supposed to play... Oh, take with the bishop. Interesting. I wonder why. Huh. All right, anyway. h5. I was supposed to take that pawn. Wow. All right, let's get to the interesting part. All right. Actually, it's pretty equal. This is an equal position. Wow. And we saw it. He had a lot of compensation here. Although it wasn't as good as I thought it was for him. Okay, so we ran away. We went here. Yep, that's the best move. Look at that. Ooh. All right. And now he has to go back. Stockfish says black has to go back. Otherwise, you're in big trouble. And we saw it. Let's see. Yep, a3. a3 is the move. King d4 was playable, but not nearly as good. a3 was the move. And yeah, I mean, it's basically over. Because here's a checkmate with a pawn. And Stockfish says rook b8. Just having to sacrifice the rook was the best move for black. Which, okay, that can't be good, right? Wow. And in the game, yep, b4 was the best move. You can't stop this. Well, you can do this, yeah. Stockfish says you sacrifice the rook. But then I get a rook. What a nice game. Oh, the eval bar. Yeah. I haven't set up the scene for that. Thank you for saying that. Okay, let me do this. 1 second. Let me duplicate this. And let me go new scene here. I've been messing around with my scene, so everything is all out of whack right now. So that's why, hold on. Chess playing. This is the new eval one. Okay, so what I need to do is shrink this guy. Hold on, where is it? There it is, chessboard. Just a little bit, and then put the eval bar on over there. Okay. That's pretty good, right? Yep, there you go. All right, there's the eval. Here's the regular. Let's go for a new game. Okay, e4 again. Boarded. So sad. Okay, let's try that again. Bambi 17 is what it looks like. Ooh. Guess what, guys? We're going to get to try the opening that I just made a video about. Here we go. Let's see how it works out in practice against a 2000 rated player. Okay. Let's see how it works out in practice. So far, so good. So far, so good. Everything is going according to plan. Are we going to see bishop g4 or e6? Okay, we see e6. This is one of the lines I mentioned. Very good. And I believe I said bishop to d3. There's usually two moves that are played here. Let's see which one we're going to see. So far, we're following the line exactly as mentioned in the video. Let's see what's going to happen. Ah, okay, so we get a little bit of a different move. But I'm going to continue with the plan. I don't think that really changes our plan. So let's go ahead and castle. You remember? Okay, bishop d6. Yeah, so this is a little different. Haven't quite seen this. but I don't really think it changes our plan too much. I think I'm going to go ahead and pin the knight. And I'm going to remember the plan of queen e1. We're going to probably do that again. Now, I would love to see black castle, but they don't have to. And they might not. But let's go ahead and get ready just in case. So queen to e1. And see what black is going to do. We also, you know, are kind of attacking here. So if they decide, no, I'm not going to castle, well, maybe we, you know, maybe we do something like d5 or something. I don't know, right? You have to be a little flexible with it. Even like bishop c4, maybe we attack this way if they're not going to castle. The next move that black plays is going to be very telling, I think. The next move that they play. So what I'm going to do, I really want to see what they're going to do, right? Before I commit to like a plan of attack. So I'm going to play a useful move, right? That I would probably play anyway, but I'm not going to commit to the kingside attack just yet. I'm also not going to commit to attacking the center. I want to see what black's going to do. So now black has to make a decision because you can't develop the bishop. You probably want to do something with your king. Let's see. H6. Yeah, so they really are not wanting to castle, it looks like. Now, I could still play queen h4 to pin that and just keep this annoying battery here. Or I could go back and let them attack me, which I don't really want to do. So yeah, I think I'm going to play queen h4 here. So taking advantage of the pin. Of course, you remember from the video, if they castle, I'm sacrificing that immediately and trying to checkmate the king. They're not going to castle. It's pretty clear black doesn't want to castle. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, they're going to try to do this and castle the other way. So this is going to happen sometimes, right? They don't always play everything exactly like you want, but we tried, and now, you know, we're playing. Our position is probably still pretty good. So yeah, they're going to go here and castle queenside. I'm pretty sure. So what if we jump a knight in here? Like, it's probably going to be a sacrifice, right? But can we get away with that? Let's just say the knight takes. I'm trying to, or we could actually trade first and then jump the knight in. I'm trying to put the pressure on now because we're mobilized. We have all our pieces ready to go. We got to do something aggressive now because in 2 moves, black is going to be equalized, right? So my next 2 moves need to be chosen very carefully. So knight to e5 takes 6. I don't really like putting the bishop just right there in the center. If we forced the knight to capture, we would at least cut off castling. So that's something to think about. Like if I played maybe knight e4. If I take and take, that's what the most scares me, actually, the capture with the pawn, because then I can't bring my knight in. Ideally, I would do something like this, jump the knight in. Even if we have to sacrifice a pawn, I would be pretty happy with that position, I think. But you could always just take with the pawn and then still castle and bring the rook over, and I don't like that. So yeah, we got to find a move. That's the issue right now. I don't have a move. I don't have a move. What if I go here and after this I take? Ooh, and I take, because then I have some serious stuff being threatened. The rook could move over. I guess I could play this. I mean, it's a little bit slow, and you could say I wasted this move maybe, but I guess I could play this move. Followed by here. Yeah, this is a tough position now. Okay. I don't really know. I don't really know what to do. Takes. All right, I'm gonna go. Hold on, just give me a second here, guys. Problem is that the queen is gonna be defending this. That's what I don't love. I guess the alternative that I haven't really thought about is if I know black's gonna castle over here, I could start planning for that and doing something to attack over there, like a3, b4, b5, you know? But that doesn't look like it's fast enough. So, yeah, it's a really tough position, honestly. I really don't know what to do. Maybe we just keep it simple with knight e4. We're trying to put enough pressure that we can cut off castling. I don't know. Wow, did he pre-move that? He pre-moved bishop b7. Imagine if I would have taken this. Just imagine. Would have won the game instantly. Still, now I can just take this, probably. So, I mean, takes. Could also get the bishop. But I think I want to just go ahead and take this. Interesting pre-move there. Not a situation I would be pre-moving in, especially when my opponent was thinking for 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Might be thinking of something interesting to play, right? But anyway, here we are. And the nice thing about this, remember, you can't castle through check. So this is not an option. So okay, he saves the rook. First thing I want to check, what happens if I go here? Where's the rook going to go? Here? H3 maybe? Or I could also just take the pawn. That's risky though, because then it allows the castling. So I don't really want to do that. What about knight e5, actually? Takes. Then we have pressure here. Now we have to watch out for c5. We have to watch out for this. But pretty easy to defend, actually, if we want. Or I could play bishop e4 now, before that move gets played. And then I'm always ready to trade. Because my bishop's, honestly, it's not doing a lot here. Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. All right, we're going bishop e4. And now I think I am ready to play knight e5, because I don't have to worry about this anymore. Knight e5 unleashes the rook. Of course, if they take, I'm just taking back. And then this rook is involved. Yeah, it's starting to come together here, I think. Okay, he retreats the bishop. Ooh, guys, I really want to sack the queen. I just want to do that and jump my knight in. No, I can't do it. It's not good enough. But I wish it was. I really wish it was. Okay. We could take this. No, he's trying to castle. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah, I can't really stop that. Now, I could grab this pawn. I can't grab the pawn because I can't leave my queen anywhere that continues to attack it. What an annoying move. Okay. Yep. I got to do this. I don't know what else to do. In a castle, I can't stop it. But I can play 95. So that's at least something. And now we have some more pressure that black has to deal with. But I still like my position. Okay, he plays f6. I'm going to go here, and what I'm trying to do is shut down the effectiveness of the rooks. Also, if I need to trade and simplify, I have some options here. But notice it takes away this, takes away this. Kind of an annoying square for my knight. Okay, let's just go back here. Now, do I want to trade that? No, not yet. My knight's really good. Let's just leave it there. Bishop f6. I'm going to play c6. I mean c3. And I don't think you can sack that because I'm going to take here, check, and I'm going to escape. I'm going to run away and hide. So we're good there. So bishop f6, we play c3. What else would black play? c5, we're going to trade. We have this thread if we need it. Yeah, c3 is probably going to be my next move. I get the sense black's just trying to flag us, but I don't think they're going to do it because our position's starting to look pretty strong. Now, I am using this mouse, so I might be a little handicapped if we get into a time scramble. Bishop d6. Interesting. He's trying to attack it that way. Okay. I still want to play c3. I want this to be supported. Oh, my knight's hanging. Ooh, almost missed that. Let's go here. Okay, so we want to start simplifying. We're up some pawns. 3, 4, 5, 6. We're up 1 pawn. Still a pawn. So simplifying is good. Also, it's easier to not get checkmated when you simplify. I'm going to be looking for some trades if possible. Yeah, he doesn't want to. Smart. Smart. Putting the pressure here and here at the same time. Little fork, you might say. You might say that. Probably going to play rook here. So I'm going to go back here. I want to keep things defended. Now we can double up. Or take this. If he doesn't defend it, he's probably going to go queen c7. No, he does that. Okay, that's a good move, I guess. Let's go here. We're going to create our own threats now. And I might play g3 to stop this. Yeah, g3 is probably going to happen next. Because I want to be able to use my bishop, but if I trade it now, I'm going to get obliterated by the rooks. So g3 is a good move. Maybe even queen over here, just taking the attack straight to black's king. No. Okay, let's go g3. Now I'm threatening to take this. And I mean, I could also go here. Queen trade might make my life easier too. Let's see if he's going to defend this first. We do have queen c4. Yeah, queen c4, very powerful move, I think. Because it's hitting like everything. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead with queen c4. I'm not worried about this anymore. Multiple things are being attacked here. b5 a thing? Let's see. No, I'll just probably go up here on b5. c5, okay. Do I have to worry about the sacrifice? Let's see. Shoot. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Okay, I got to stop that because that was about to be real dangerous with the queen. So we dealt with that. So now we can start. Now we can start hunting for the pawns. Very tricky. Very tricky. All right. We got 38 seconds. I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Even if I have to go for the queen trade, I will do that. As a sort of a last resort, I will do that. Yeah. Rook d7 or rook e6. These are going to be our moves, depending on what black does. Yeah, queen h4 is interesting too, though. Actually, just going for like a checkmate. We have 3 moves, but I'm gonna have to make a quick decision here. I have to make a quick decision. That was easy. That was easy. Thankfully, he made my life easy. I didn't have to make a tough decision there. Yeah, okay, now we have plenty of time. Whew. Just trying to trade some stuff here. The safe pre-moves. So we don't lose on time. As long as we don't stalemate, which we can't do right now because he's got pawns that he can move. We're in good shape. Okay, and I think I'm just going to get another queen here. And I'm going to do it at the right moment. So it's not stalemate. So I'm just going to go here and get a checkmate. All right, good game to our opponent. He did put up a fight. Missed a big opportunity. Could have taken with check on e7 in the middle game. Okay, yeah, we'll look at it. We'll look at it and see what I did wrong. Ooh, 920 viewers. You're about to push the view count off the screen. I have to fix that in a minute. We got 1,000 people watching and only 175 likes. Come on, guys. You can do it. While we wait for the time to run out in this close game. Somebody said rook takes e7 earlier. Rook takes e7. I'm not remembering the moment in the game where I could have taken rook takes e7. I had knight takes e7 here. Where was their rook takes e7? Did I miss it? Oh, knight takes e7 was the move? Okay, knight takes e7. At what moment? Like, when was it good? Here? Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. Oh, back to the live game. Back to the live game. All right. Game review. Bum ba dum ba dum. 83-73. Okay. And let me see. Do I have the eval bar? There we go. So we got to start off perfect. This is what I showed in the video. And then, unfortunately, our opponent didn't want a castle. So we didn't really get to attack on the Kingside. Let's see what Stockfish wanted here instead of rook d1. It did want queen h4. So regardless, it still wanted me to do this. Okay. And then let's say they weren't going to... Let's say they were going to do their same plan, right, of b6. Let's just see what Stockfish says here. So now you can go straight into rook a to e1, so you don't waste a move like I did, moving it from here to here. Okay, although that rook did kind of turn out pretty good for us. Bishop to b7, and then knight to e4. Okay, so we kind of had the right idea anyway with the knight e4 move. And then, yeah, bishop e7, I think, was what black was supposed to do just to kind of defend. Bishop f4. Ooh, wild. This is a wild line. Knight takes e4, bishop takes e7, bishop takes h4. Wow. Okay, that was weird. And it's all equal. Anyway, back to the game. H6 was played. We pinned it. B6. Not knight to E4. It was rook D to E1. So it wanted the rook here to probably open up tactical possibilities on the king. That's what it wanted. Okay, but I did this. And then they pre-moved bishop B7. Okay. Interesting. Which allowed us to jump in. Now, the best thing about this for us is not even that the queen is here. Well, I mean, yes, it's the queen is here, but it's not like that where our queen is attacking anything. It's that it stops black from castling. If you're playing as black in this position, the most logical thing that you want to do is get your king to safety, connect your rooks, start planning on attacking or whatever you want to do, but you can't. So that is why this is so good for us. So our opponent saves their rook. Yeah, I should have went bishop h7. I thought about it, but I guess I didn't really see, like, what was the point? Knight to e5 was the follow-up. And on bishop e7, what was the move going to be? Queen takes h6, and on castling, what was the move going to be? Ah, so you do it in such a way that you're ready for when they castle so that you can immediately jump in with the rook. Going back to the game, I wasn't really ready to do that. Fascinating how that little tempo move and then following it up by knight to e5 instead of bishop e4. So I'm just curious for my own, could I have also played knight to e5 right away? Would that have had the same effect? Bishop e7? But you can't even go there. Yes. Just get checkmated. Okay. Check. Check. Mate. Wow. All right. So it actually stops bishop e7. So in this case, black would have had to take and play queen e7. Yeah, this also looks pretty good for me. Yeah, okay. So basically, I should have played knight e5 before bishop e4. Or I could have played bishop h7 and then knight e5. Would have been fine as well. But I needed to unleash this rook right away, basically, is what it comes down to. Yeah, okay. And then here, this is the moment where you're saying knight takes e7 was good. Okay, knight takes e7. Why? Why was it good? What happens if they attack my queen and they go here? Okay, it's hard to see why that was the best decision because this looks very dangerous to me, but I guess yeah, I don't understand that one, but okay, we missed it. Very tricky here. Okay, g3, and now we're in pretty good shape. Okay, this is where I'm almost maybe made a mistake. I wanted to take this, okay, guys, but I was afraid. Oh yeah, and my fear was justified. Look at that eval bar, mate in 5. I'm gonna stretch my legs. Can anybody find the mate in 5 for black? Mate in 5 black. Well, I know what the first two moves are going to be for sure, right? 1, 2, 3. If the king goes there, it's obvious, and if the king goes there, check, check. Yep, yep. Sure enough. So, for anybody wondering, it's a double sack. Not a double sack, it's one sack, sorry. And then if my king goes over here, of course, that's checkmate immediately with the queen. So I have to try to run this way. It doesn't matter where I go. Queen's going to come down. The rook's going to come over. And that would have been a sad way to lose the game. And I almost played that. I almost did. But I happened to just think for a second, you know, what happens, hypothetically, if black takes this, and then I noticed that the rook and the queen, a rook and a queen on an open king, it's going to be checkmate every time. So you never can allow that. So that's why I decided to play rook to d3. Now, Stockfish says it was better to play queen to d3 to go for the triple battery here. And now I have all kinds of threats. Okay. But the idea was the same, right? You got to defend the pawn to stop the sacrifice. Yeah, you guys got it. Daniel reloads. Yep. All right, here we go. New game. Want to stand up for this one? Let's just play bishop c5, I guess. I don't really know the theory here, but I'm just going to focus on developing moves. Ooh, did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake? I might have made a mistake. Probably not supposed to allow this. So, of course, we can go for the sacrifice and then take, but then we have d4. But then there's check. Yeah, let's try it. Our opponent might know the theory here better than us, but I'm gonna go for it. See what happens. So if I go check, here's the thing. The problem is if I go here and bring the queen out after something like g3, I have two pieces that are under attack, and I don't know that I can get away with that. So I might... Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be good. So I might need to retreat here or... Well, I'm still going to go check. Let me go check this way. And then I'm going to probably play c6 because I want to use this bishop. I also want to castle though too. I have a lot of things I need to do. But I think we're going to play c6 first. Then maybe d5 or d6 to let this bishop out. The problem with this line for black, even though it looks kind of good because the king is exposed, the problem is look at the center, right? Look at this huge center. That's the problem with this and why I don't think I should have allowed that sacrifice. So that was probably a mistake on move 4 on my part. We can check it after the game. Now, there's still ways that white can mess this up depending on where they move their king and what they do from here, but I remember this should probably be good for white. So yeah, c6 definitely I want to play next, I think. And it also opens up this diagonal. You never know when some possibilities can come there. Okay, he goes back. I think I'm going to play d5 or d6. d5, e5. I guess I'm in trouble. So I guess it's got to be d6. The problem with d5, e5 is that my knight has to move. Once my knight moves, I no longer have enough defenders, right? I need those defenders. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to retreat here. So our pawn structure is all messed up. White has the center, and we don't even really have an attack. And now you can kind of see the problem. He's not going to take it. Interesting. Interesting. He wants to push, I guess, or just leave it there. I don't know. Okay. I think I'm going to try to take advantage of some of these weaknesses now. Yes, he could take this one if he wants, but still has to deal with some of these threats. So let's see what happens. Very interesting position at the very least. Okay, we'll take back. He's attacking the knight. And if I take, he's going to play rook b1. Yeah, that's a pretty good move. A pretty good move. So I probably have to just do this. As sad as that is, I probably have to do it. Although, hold on. That being said, maybe I'm not. What if I play bishop e6? Allow the knight. I take here. It's a fork. I think I'm getting my piece back. Rook b1. I take the knight. He can come in here. Then I'm taking this. It's going to be super crazy. Or What's the other option? Rook G8. Let him take that. Then I take here. If he takes this, my rook is under attack. What if he doesn't take it right? Ah, he plays knight a4. He plays knight a4. And I just lose. I just lose the game immediately. Okay, I can't do that. I didn't see that one. Little in-between move there. Okay, he's getting the rooks involved. Yeah, this is a rough position for me. Okay, let's play bishop b6. I want to try to at least get castled this way and maybe somehow get an attack over here. We at least have an open file, and we have some options to attack, so it's not over yet. This is a good example of how the opening was a failure, or you failed in the opening, but you're still kind of fighting and trying to survive. I'm going to go here because of that. The d5 is a threat. Ooh, good move. Good move. Very good move. Yeah, that was a great move because I can't ever unleash that unless white lets me. All right, well, we got to go back here. Not much we can do about that. I'm still going to try to castle. Maybe we can attack this pawn now. And still maybe something like h5 and do something like this. It's hard to get my queen over there, though, now. It's going to take a lot of maneuvering. Like 3 moves just to get it there, you know? And then I have to move my rook first, so I can't even do that. Oh, he takes. Okay, that's a different story. Now it's now I can play this whenever I want. So I don't know about that one. Yeah, like right now, I can play it right now. I will play it right now before the knight gets in there and stops me again. Okay, so here we go. There's the check. G3 you could play, but I'm going to be looking to attack that real soon with a rook. I'm also thinking about just grabbing the pawn, or I could even just castle now. Take advantage of this moment in the game to get my king to safety. Takes. Maybe I don't want to lose that, so I probably do need to take this. Okay, let's take it. Interesting turn of events there. I've got to believe that was good for me, though, right? Look at this. This is starting to look better. So 97 still is what I'm going to probably play. Rook to d8, maybe. Might even castle this way now. Things are changing so quickly in this game. It's really interesting. Bishop b5. Okay. He wants to take. I'm going to take. That's fine. Let's go ahead and put the knight here. Ah, he's going to... No, he can't. He can't because I'll take the bishop. All right, I'm going to go here. I thought there was a tactic, but then I'm going to take... Oh, but then there's 96. Ooh. Ooh. Man, I missed that. I missed that, guys. Ah, that's a good move. It's a good move. Yeah. I'm in trouble. Okay. Trouble. Oh, it's even worse. It's even worse. It's even worse. He won't even take this. He'll take this one. I can't go this way. I gotta go over and get checkmated by the queen. Oh my. That's a huge blunder. That was a huge blunder, and he didn't see it. I dodged a bullet there. Big time. Big time. Wow. Okay. Now I think we can play f5 and we're still in the game. Man, that was such a nice move for white. I did get lucky. I did get lucky, Silver S. Oof. On the bright side, we can confirm this person was not cooking rice. Okay. I guess we got to save the rook and at the same time threaten checkmate. Seems pretty good. And now maybe the rook comes over here. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. Hey, thank you for the membership. All right. Thank you, Manuel. Okay, so he saves the checkmate. Makes sense. Since I'm up a pawn actually at this point, I think I'm okay trading. Because my king is not like super safe either. Both kings are kind of in some danger. But hold on. Maybe I just take and come in here. No, but that knight's gonna be that's gonna be so dangerous if that knight jumps in there. I don't want to allow that. I'd rather play an endgame up a pawn. Let's play an endgame, guys. We're gonna go for the rook d8. Special merch idea. I love it. Now offering rice cookers exclusively at Chess Vibes. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's do the end game. Very weird end game. This is going to be an interesting game. It's going to be a very interesting game. I think we want the knight to come forward. You could make an argument, though, that taking with the pawn temporarily really shuts down the knight. So it's not that obvious to me. But no, I think I want to be more aggressive, so I will take that way. But both of those captures could have been played. Okay, he's going to jump in with his knight next. So I have to think carefully about where I want my king to be. Here, check. Here. I'm going to get checked all over the place. I don't love that. Here. I have to watch out for the fork. But then I could play rook d8. Check. I just move. Not a big deal. Oh, no, he couldn't go there. He couldn't go there. It's covered. Okay. I actually could. I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to bring the rook over, I think. Because... yeah, this is very interesting. Because there's also knight b5. There's knight b5. There's knight d5. Ooh, these are such tricky endgames with the knights like this when there's lots of options. Very, very difficult, especially in speed chess. Okay, he goes for this pawn. Okay. What I'm wondering is, can I put my rook here, sack the pawn, and then push? He's going to blockade it, though. So what if I go here, sack this pawn, and come in with the check and start taking pawns of my own? I like the look of that. Let's try that. I like the look of that. I could even do that to keep it alive. Ooh. If we take, we lose this, we get this. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my pawn alive. Maybe I can use it. Use it or lose it. That's what they say. Oh, my 1,000 viewers, it's off the screen. I gotta fix that. Yep. That's pretty good. Okay, so now what do we do? Do we jump in with the knight? Do we start taking pawns? Ooh, that's such a tempting move, but what's the follow-up going to be? Check, trying to win a piece is one idea, because if he goes here... No, he could go there. Check here, but only if the rook moved. The rook's probably going to still be there, so that wouldn't work. But we could start off this way. No, but the knight's still there. Yeah, all right. I'm going to take some pawns. I'm going to save this move in my back pocket. This is such an interesting position. It's going to be Very interesting to see what Stockfish says. Okay. Again, what do? Do I jump in with the knight now? Do I jump in here with the knight? Ooh, that gives me some nice options, actually. Ooh, that gives me some real nice options. We're going to try this one. Because he might go for this, which I think is a mistake. He might go for that. He might also take this, which I think is also a mistake. Because I have a very serious threat here. I have a very serious threat. But how does white stop it is the question. Aha, aha, aha. Okay, we're gonna go. Bada bing. Ooh. Oh. Oh. This is why I like chess. This is why I like chess. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. And you know what was cool? Watch this. Even if the king goes the other way, look at this. Look at this. Checkmate. Ooh. That's so nice. Man. Yeah, it's forced mate. It's forced mate in 2 from here. That's amazing. That is amazing. It's incredible. Oh, that was so much fun. All right. 83-77. Man, what a cool endgame. All right, let's go ahead. We'll take our time going through the game, but that endgame was special. That endgame was super special. Oh, no, it's not a mistake. Okay. So it's interesting. Okay, so this is one of the lines, though. Oh, that's the mistake. I just take here. And I can either go back to d6 or play a6. This is what I was supposed to do, but I was afraid of f4. I guess you just take the knight. And then you grab the pawn and you're fine. Okay. So taking on f2 was the mistake. I should have just castled. Wow. Very interesting. I had to go back. Yeah. What I was showing you guys, I was thinking about playing bishop e6 and hoping that white would take here. And then I come in with this. Apparently is also not good for me because of a different reason. Oh, bishop h5. Yeah, that move wasn't on my radar at all. Look at that. Wow, a sacrifice of the rooks. I mean, I have one rook. Because you're just winning the game somehow. You're just winning the game. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't going to see any of that, was I? All right, but anyway, what I thought was that if I did this, white would just play knight a4. Now I got to move my queen somewhere, and then I lose the knight anyway. That's what I was afraid of, which is also good for white. So we had to go back. Game goes on. Okay, d5, good move by our opponent, stopping the unleashing. This is an important concept, by the way, guys. Whenever there's like an important diagonal in the position, like this, let's just say, okay, and there's a piece, right, on it, one of the best ways to shut down that diagonal completely is to blockade the pawn so that it can't move. That's exactly what white did here, d5. And I just can't do it, right? I'm never going to be allowed to do that. It's not a legal move. So now white, I think, made a mistake, yes, by capturing, because now they opened it up. But if they were to just leave this here, they could play c4 if they want. They could just bring their knight back. I can never open up this diagonal for my queen, right? I just can't do it. There's no way. Unless white lets me. There's just no way, right? So that's a good thing to keep in mind. And you saw, once I got this, the game started to shift a little bit to where I was getting a much better position. Now, let's go. Yeah. I didn't see this move at all. Yep, knight takes c4. There it is. That's what I was talking about. So here's what I was thinking in my mind when I played this. I'm thinking, okay, if the knight captures here, then the bishop's undefended. And I just take the bishop. So white's not going to do that. But that is massively underestimating the follow-up move. which initially I thought was knight to d6. I thought, oh, that's pretty good. Now I'm in trouble, and they're going to get the bishop back, and I don't like this. Then I noticed this is just checkmate. They're literally just checkmate in 2 moves. I have to move here. This is a mating pattern. I don't remember the name of it. Anybody in the chat knows, you can tell me, but, you know, this is a one to keep in mind. And it, by the way, it works with the bishop too. This could be a bishop, right? And it's still checkmate. So that's what I realized. Thankfully, we got lucky. White did not see that. Okay, so dodged a bullet there. I was able to play f5, get that square controlled. Saved a rook, threatened checkmate. Went for the endgame. And Stockfish does say, yeah, it does say this was better. And I was thinking that because, like, remember in the game, what happened after I took with the knight? The rook came over, and then there was all sorts of crazy stuff with the knight coming in that we had to watch out for, right? But when I take with the pawn, boom, I shut down the knight. The knight can no longer come in. So, yeah, you know, it's a trade-off, right? Because at the end of the game, you're like, well, I don't want to isolate my pawns, right? These are isolated pawns now. I want to keep them together. Right? I also want to bring my knight into the game, right? Why would I not take with the knight? Well, the other part of this position that's very, very big deal is that the rook and the knight. And if you allow the knight to come in, you're going to have to deal with that. So it's a trade-off. And Stockfish is basically saying, look, in this case, it's better to mess up our pawns and stop the knight from coming in. It's better. Because now if white plays here, we just simply move our king. Our king is nice and safe. The knight can't touch us. And we go on with the game. We don't have to worry about anything. So keep that in mind, right? So I took with the knight, though, and then here we go. Now I had to start thinking, like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? Because let's say I go here. Now the knight jumps in, and now what's happening? Am I getting forked, right? There's so many ways you can blunder this position if you're not careful. So I played here, which Stockfish does not like. But my idea was I wanted to avoid the checks from the knight, and I also wanted to allow the rook to come over because I thought that I would have a good chance in that endgame, which may or may not have been the right decision. I don't know. Check. E3. Best move. Cool. So I did want to save. Now, I thought about doing this. I was like, realistically, am I going to win this game? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, it's... Maybe. I don't know. But it didn't look like I had any advantage, right? If anything, white's pawns are a little bit more advanced. Doesn't really matter, I guess, because these can move too. So it seems like it's dead equal, right? Anyway. So I decided, you know what? Since I have this annoying passed pawn, let's push it forward. Because now, how does white deal with that, right? You got to keep an eye on this. It's very close. And there's tactics. Especially with these 3 pieces, it's amazing the tactics that show up, right? We saw that in the game. Okay. Knight d4 was the best move, but this worked out very nice for us, even though it wasn't the best move. Yeah, so as long as white keeps the rook on this file, so like here, to stop this move and to stop this move, I guess it's more to stop this move, probably. You're fine, right? Because that was what set up everything. Now I have to come here, which I think is what I was going to do. And then I guess, yeah, it's very tricky to calculate this position. I guess it's just equal. It takes b2. You have to give up the pawn. Game goes on, and it's in equal position. Okay, but as you guys saw in the game, it's mate in 3 from this position. Is that crazy or what? It's mate in 3. I mean, look at this. That's all we have, a rook, a knight, and a pawn. There's even a knight here sort of defending. The king has, you know, 2 different ways to go, and it's mate in 3. That's amazing to me. Amazing to me. Yeah, was it Anastasia's mate or Arabian mate? I don't remember. I don't really remember the names of them. I just know the patterns. So like for example, I knew that if the king went this way, this is checkmate. The knight and the rook in the corner. Again, I don't remember the names. I did a video on it, so you can watch the video and learn, but you don't really need to know the names. You just need to know, like, do you see the mating pattern? And then this one is something else, I believe, where you have the... Sorry, I did it the wrong way. You needed it over here, where you have the rook and the knight, like this. I forget what that one's called, too. Anastasia's mate. Arabian and Anastasia's. Okay. I'm trusting you guys. I like I said, I don't remember, but that was so much fun. Man, so much fun. This is why it's fun to, like, learn tactics and then actually try to implement them in at certain moments in the game, right? Like I could have very easily, I almost did it. You guys saw me. I could have very easily been like, all right, let's just trade a bunch of pawns, right? Take all these, and he's going to take all these, and we'll see what happens. But I'm like, no, let me see if I can use that, right? And then even here, remember I said, like, I'm going to play this because there might be a little trick. Like, I could have played something else. I could have, again, just started to trade the pawns. But I decided, no, let's try to go for this. Even though it wasn't the best move, right? Stockfish says, no, that wasn't the best move. I should have taken. But when you're playing against a human being in this fast game, those are the kind of things you want to do if you want to have a chance to, like, win the game in a cool fashion, essentially. A lot of people I see, especially at the lower levels, they don't ever even give themselves a chance, right, to play cool chess. They just like, I'll just trade everything because I don't want anything bad to happen. Well, yeah, something bad might happen, but you give yourself the chance, and then you can do something cool, essentially. Motivational speech for the day. How's that? Okay. Let me see. I think I need to refill my water, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Let me, yes. How did you know I was going to give you a puzzle? Want to sit back down for this one? All right. I'm going to give you guys. Oh, how about let's just study of the year 2010. Why not? Let's see what it is. Oh my. Nope, we're not doing that one. Nope, nope, nope. I can tell by looking at the analysis, like how crazy it's getting. Yeah, we're not doing those. Nope. Never mind. No study of the years. Today. How about this? Ooh, okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, this one's interesting. This one's really interesting. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here we go. You're going to like this one. You guys are going to enjoy this. Wait a second. What am I doing? Analysis. All right, we're going to set up the position. And temporarily, I'm going to jump over here. Okay. It's white to play and win, folks. Good luck. King is on C1. Black's king is on E1. Black has some pawns. And all white has, wait for it, all white has are 2 knights. Black's pawns are going this way. So engine is telling me it's a draw. Oh. Engine is telling me it's a draw. The study is telling me it's white to win. So you guys tell me what you think, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Is it white to play and win, or is it a draw? Don't use stockfish. Think about it on your own. All right, folks. Has anybody solved it? I see knight f5, knight f2. It's a draw. Stockfish says it's mate. Okay. Yes, knight to f5 apparently is the correct move. So, knight to f5. Okay, what are we doing here? It looks like we're trying to checkmate the king somehow by forcing the pawns to move in such a way, or the king to move in such a way, that the black king gets checkmated. So, I mean, let's see. What are the options here? Let's say f2 happens. Yeah, let's check f2. What do we do here? I see. This one looks relatively straightforward. So knight to e3. You blockade this guy. You force this to happen. Doesn't really matter what black gets. And then the knight can jump over here for checkmate, because you've got it trapped. Okay, that makes sense. So f2's out of the question. What about e3 and what about king here? So let's start with e3. Again, you take it. King can't move. You have to push the pawn. You waste a move. You use this knight this time. It doesn't matter again, and then you jump in. Ooh, that's beautiful. Checkmate over there. Okay. So that only leaves one move. King to f1. Oh, and now Stockfish realizes it is checkmate. Haha. we tricked Stockfish. Should have showed you guys that. Now it's too late. Now it's showing checkmate. So Stockfish was wrong. That's interesting. Like, why couldn't my Stockfish on depth 20... Why couldn't it find mate in 5? That's so weird. All right. Anyway, it's the same idea. We go check. Boom, boom, boom. All these squares are taken. Forces the king back over. And guess what? Now we just have to, like, waste some moves, I get. Yeah, king c2. Doesn't really change much. Play f2. King c1. So we just waste 2 moves with the king. And we end up with the exact same position as before. Beautiful. Wow. Wow. So from this position, you get checkmate in 5 moves. Yeah, now it sees it. Now it's mate in 5. You trick Stockfish. All right. Well, let's go ahead back over here and jump in. I really want to get to 2150, so let's see if we can do it here. Let's see if we can do it. Wait, why does it say new member goal 11? Wasn't it higher than that before? Oh, I think I know why. I think I messed it up. I was testing it, and I think I messed up the count. I think that's what happened. I can actually test it right now. Watch this. Watch this. You guys ready? We're going to get a new member. New member on Chess Vibes. Yeah, and it jumped to 12, and then it probably resets it later or something. That's probably what happened. Okay. So, white here is about to, like, try to destroy us, is what the sense that I'm getting. Very, very quick castling, as quickly as possible, with the battery to remove the bishop. And I would not be surprised if we see these pawns launching forward straight away. So I do think this is a moment to be very careful and think very carefully about what we are going to do. Because I'm getting the vibe that we might need to be defending a little bit here. So I'm going to play knight to c6, trying to play a little bit more of an aggressive developing move, just because I feel like we're going to need that knight's presence in the center of the board here as white comes over here and tries to checkmate us. f3, yep. Pretty standard stuff. And e5, I don't even know if I can play it because takes. Yeah, we lose the pawn. Yeah, I can't even play there right now. So maybe rook e8. Setting up to play e5 is what I'm trying to do. Sometimes rook e8 also, if they do play bishop h6, what you can do is actually move your bishop back and you keep it. And the bishop on h6 can even be kind of in the way as white is trying to attack. Sometimes queen e3. So again, he's trying to stop e5 with the idea that the rook would be pinning the queen. Smart, smart. Now, we could still go there and take with the knight. It's not out of the question. It's not totally out of the question. I think I am going to. Yeah, I think I am. The pawn is frozen, right? The pawn's frozen. But I'm basically saying I don't need it to use the pawn. I have my knight and my rook. So, and this gives a different dynamic to the position. One thing that I do like is that it opens up the bishop. So that's positive for us. Now, we don't have a pawn in the center, so white can, you know, probably take and shove these pawns forward and attack us that way if they want, which we'll have to see how that turns out. But it's a trade-off, essentially. I gotta move my mat. Hold on. G4. Okay, so it might seem wild, but I am thinking of taking and taking. Hits the queen, threatens a fork, unleashes the bishop, unleashes the rook. That's a potentially a lot for a pawn. You know, when you sack a piece for 2 pawns, it's like, okay, can you get some decent compensation? And I'm wondering if that's enough. So queen has to move somewhere, and you need to. I wasn't sure if we were losing power. thought I noticed something. Maybe it's not. I wonder if that's enough. Like, for example, if the queen goes here, boom, we have a fork. So the queen has to guard that square somehow. So it really limits the queen's options to probably those 4 squares. It's definitely an interesting idea. It might be too ambitious. But again, what did I just tell you guys? Sometimes you got to take a chance, and you might have a nice, brilliant game, and you might lose. We might lose this one. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm basically saying, look, I sacked a piece for 2 pawns, but I've just unleashed everything. Like, literally everything now is in the game. Look at that. Queen can come out. Sorry, the queen can come out. The rook, the knight, the bishop, this bishop, like everything. And white's still here. So I'm going to try to make something happen in the next couple moves. And if I'm wrong, well, the game's not over. I have 2 pieces for a pawn. I might even get a 3rd pawn here. So even in an endgame, I have a chance, right? So this is like a... You always have to be thinking when you play the King's Indian if you can sacrifice one of those knights and unleash the bishop. So we'll see what's going to happen here. So I'm thinking of follow-up moves. Depends where the queen goes, right? If the queen stays in line with the rook, then maybe a move like f5 or bishop f5, trying to pile up. The queen leaves and comes over here. Yeah, I mean, we could even think about taking and jumping in here. I don't really want to give up that bishop for that knight, though. That's dangerous, with the bishop still being alive. Queen h7, queen f6, queen h4, bishop e6. I mean, there's so many moves that we have to consider here. Okay, he goes queen f3. So, yeah, like I mentioned, queen h4 threatens this. But that's bishop g3. Okay. Queen f6 lines up here. Maybe opens up some tactical possibilities at some point in the future. Also creates a battery here that white has to worry about. You can't really move the knight forward. That looks pretty good, actually. Queen f6. So what would... Yeah, maybe I will play queen f6. We could take it too. And the queen does... Actually, does the queen want to take? Then we have a fork. If the bishop comes in, we have f6. Very dangerous position, but we are holding on. And if the pawn takes, what would my follow-up be? I don't really. I'd like to get the queen over here. So, but I can't do that because of this. Yeah, that's annoying. That's why I'm thinking maybe it's queen f6. All right, let's go queen f6 and see what happens from here. This will be a pin if the knight ever moves. So in a way, you could say I'm kind of keeping the knight stuck back there temporarily. Otherwise, this becomes very dangerous, right? Or g5 becomes very dangerous. Actually, hearing myself say that, g5, let's say the bishop moves. If it was my turn, hypothetically, takes. I was going to say I could go here, but the bishop could defend the fork. If the bishop moves somewhere else, I could go there, but it could go back to g3. So, but these are the things you want to keep in your mind, right? And maybe we can use that knowledge at some point in the future to come up with a nice tactic. Also, there's this diagonal here. I don't know how we can make use of that at the moment, but I'm thinking about that. So this and this and even b5, b4. Just fill your mind with all these ideas. 95, and hopefully, you know, when time comes, you'll find the right tactic. Rook takes e4. I don't know, because the knight can't move maybe, or you have checkmate or something, so maybe the queen has to take, and then it's probably not good enough, but I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking about this kind of stuff. Even a slow plan, a6 and b5, maybe we can do that. How far do you think you'll take the series? Probably to 2200. And then we're going to do maybe a blitz or bullet or something climb. I don't know, actually know if I have a bullet account. I think it's a blitz account. We can do a blitz speed run with Peter Potzer too. So that's a good habit, by the way. When your opponent is thinking for a long time, fill your mind with ideas. Okay, he goes bishop g2. That's probably a good move. So he's defending the queen. So what were the moves that I had in the back of my mind? Bishop h6? No, it doesn't work because the queen is defended. g5 doesn't really work because the bishop would go there, I think. And after the take, you can't go in with the knight. Almost. Not quite. Knight e5. The nice thing about knight e5 is that if the bishop takes, then we have this long-term, very powerful bishop, which I'm pretty happy about. So I don't think the bishop would take, which means the queen has to move. Maybe we relocate over here and we have opportunities. Also, the bishop can go to g4 and get involved. So that seems like a good candidate. Bishop e6 as well, because maybe we can even just take that, right? Garish, hey, thank you. You reached 1,000. Awesome. That's great. I really want to play one of these two moves, I think. I don't know where the queen is going to go, which is but I think the c4 square would most likely be available to me. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's play 95. And we'll take with the queen. We're only on move 13, and we already have some serious thinking going on. From both players, actually. Hey, Garish. With the dancing avocado, it works. I set that up last night. I'm kind of proud of that. Okay, Queen G3. So we do have Knight C4. And I believe I'm going to go for it right away. The only move that... oh, I didn't actually mean to move that just yet. Well, that's what I wanted to do anyway, so it's fine. I just wanted to look into this move a little bit more, because that's kind of an annoying move, I think. But it looks like I could play Queen E6. Yeah, he does play it. Man. Or we trade queens, but I don't think I want to trade queens like that. Ah, he's got bishop h3 though. It's so annoying. That's so annoying. Man. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. That's really a big problem. A big problem. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I might have to go for the queen trade, because otherwise I think this is going to force a queen trade as well, along with some other stuff. Man. Okay. It was a powerful move. Very good move. Okay, so I talked about this earlier, right? Like, now we have to go into the endgame strategy of at least I still have 2 pawns, and maybe if I can win this e4 pawn, I have 3 pawns for a piece. It's not the end of the world, right? So the game is going to go on. It's not over. But this was not ideal. I wanted to sack my knight here and open up this, but that was a very good move by our opponent. Probably going to go here. I think I need to keep the rook pressuring the pawn, I think. So I'm probably going to go to e7. But then you run into knight d5. Yes, you do. Although you have a check. Okay, maybe I am going to go here, actually. Change of plans. I'm going to keep the pressure up because I have another tactic. Actually, I have an immediate tactic here. So, oh, I guess that saves it, sort of. But now I'm going to keep the pressure up here. And again, threaten the tactic. So, how does white deal with that? And I'm also going to come over here. Still have very active pieces. We're not out of this one just yet. Yeah, this is my big threat. How is white going to stop it? Let's see. Maybe bishop d2, but that's not a move you want to play. No, but bishop d2, I can take here. But I actually have multiple threats because of the pin. I have multiple threats. 1, 2, even 3. Even 3. I could take it both ways. 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 big threats. Nah, maybe even 4, actually. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So many. Oh, I already said that one. Yeah. So it's 3. It's 3. It's 3 threats right now, but it could be more depending on what white does. So it's 1, 2, 3. That's what it is. Okay. I'm trying to keep track of this in my mind. Rook to d5. I'm going to do it this way because I keep my bishops this way. I keep my bishops this way. That's why I could have also traded, but then I lose a bishop and I keep a knight. I'm going to keep the bishops. Was it the right decision? I don't know. But rook can come over, but I can go here or I can just retreat. So we did get the 3 pawns. I'm going to go back here. I think it works tactically. I think it works tactically to save my rook. Yeah, okay. Play f5, take away the e4 square. Play a6, take away that square. And I think we start rolling these pawns. We got to use them. We got to use them. I actually might even do this, because if he takes, I'll get another one. I'll get another one I can use. And I'm going to use my king to help here. Get the king up there. Active king in the endgame wins. We have to do that. Okay, he's going to stop that. It's okay. We're going to keep pushing these guys. Oh, we could take this guy. I didn't see that. Now we can use that one. Let's go here, and I'm going to start trying to push this too to create multiple passed pawns that white has to deal with. Okay, and now the king can come in. Yes. Notice how it's too much to handle. It's too much for white to handle here. Here we go. Here we go. There's the fork. There's the passed pawn. There's another passed pawn. Let's go all the way. Ooh. Close game. Close game. That was exciting. That was exciting. All right. Let's go see it. I'm really curious about that sacrifice. I'm very curious. 81-74. Okay. Really have to sneeze. Nope. It's gone. Never mind. All right. Here we go. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I didn't play it correctly. I don't recall how I'm supposed to develop against this particular setup. And so Engine is saying I did not do a good job there. Queen e3 wasn't the right move. Okay. What's the best move? What's the best move? It's not sacrificing the knight. Yeah, bishop d7. That's what was going to be my fallback move. That's what the Engine is set, or c6. Wonder. Okay, knight c4 is still the best move. Bishop g5. Oh, interesting. So Stockfish basically says this wasn't as good as white thought it was, because even though you trade the queens, I still have the 2 pawns for the piece, and I still have active pieces, which is what we saw, right? It wasn't over here, even though I stacked the piece. Rook c5, okay. Bishop g4, yeah, now there's lots of threats. Rook d to, b3 now, it's saying e3. Just giving up the exchange? Oh, no, you're not, because you're attacking. Oh, my. What's happening here? Knight a3. Rook d5 now. Oh, but then I can take here. This is crazy. This is wild stuff. What an interesting position. So you get the 2 knights for the rook. Because you were already down a piece. 3, 4, 5, 3. You end up with, what is it? 3, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5. You end up with a 9, 2 pawns for a rook. Wow. Okay. Huh. Funny how that works out. Okay. But going back to the game. Cool. Did work tactically. Great. Could have also moved the bishop right away. And what we saw here is so many pawns, it's difficult to stop, right? Especially the opponent didn't have a lot of time to think it through. But still, yeah, I was happy about this because now I had even another pawn connected here that I could push forward, right? And I could potentially make 3 passed pawns. Most of these blunders aren't really as bad as the engine is saying they are. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that pawn for a while. Finally saw it. And by the way, knights are very bad at stopping outside pass pawns. And the reason for that is, like a pawn like this, the knight could sort of jump around all around it on all different sides, you know, and get to where it needs to go. On the side of the board, the knight is limited because you can't jump off the edge of the board. And the way that the knights need to jump, it just works out that they have a hard time stopping pass pawns. They have a hard time stopping outside pass pawns. So just keep that in mind. So that's what I was kind of thinking. Like, let me just push this pawn. And by luring the king away, it allows my king to come up and get to a very nice square in the center here. And now all of a sudden it's just winning for black. Pushing everything forward quickly. And again, the knight has to go over there. And now we have another one on this side. And pretty straightforward. Dude McGuy, welcome to Stalematers. Hey, thank you. 259 wins. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's see. 2138. I don't know if we're going to make it. I could probably do 1, maybe 2 more games if it's a really fast one. Let me jump right in here, guys. Yeah, it's not really helping that we're not getting, like, people rated higher than us because we're not getting very many points. It's okay. C5. All right, let's go. Okay, G6 right away. This is one of my least favorite lines to face. Primarily because I can't play bishop b5. You just can't play it because they're going to just trap your bishop. So I don't want to play like normal mainline Sicilian stuff because black's going to know much more than I do. So what I'm going to play, have an idea. I think I'm going to turn it into a King's Indian. So what does that mean? I'm probably going to play d3, g3, bishop g2. Oh, now they play knight c6. So I could go back to a bishop b5, but yeah, I could. It gave me an opportunity. It's a different version. Yeah, let's try it. Since they gave it to me, I was going to go for the King's Indian, but since I have the option, I'll play bishop b5. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and castle. That's pretty standard, you know, safe move, and I can kind of see what black's going to do before I make a decision on the other development. All right. Always want to consider e5. Where's the knight going to go? Knight to g4 is pretty common. This is one of the lines. I haven't been having great success with it though, so I'm going to probably change it up. Maybe I'll just play d4 instead. That's definitely a line. It's good for white. I've kind of gotten tired of it and want to do something fresh. So we'll just play d4. Tall am I? I'm like 5'7", pretty short. It's funny. I'm pretty short, but people don't notice that I'm short. If that, like, some people are short and they just look short, you know. And I've had a lot of people tell me like, yeah, you don't really look like you're 5'7". You look like you're taller than that. Thanks, but I'm not. What is going on? Is that a real thing? Hold on, guys. Did I make a mistake? So, wow. All right. We could take it, but then we just lose this. And yeah, then that doesn't look awesome for me. I don't think. But if we take here, black's going to try to do this one. What if we take here? I mean, I'm even thinking of like crazy moves like moving my knight here, right? Because if the pawn takes, then I could trade everything. Even though we're down a pawn, that's kind of a nice position to play, I think. If he takes this way, same kind of thing. So I might do that. I feel like I keep missing this tactic, though. This is not the first time that this has happened. I need to really pay more attention to this kind of stuff. It's funny because I see it from black's perspective, but I always miss it when somebody plays it against me. All right, we're going to go with this move. I don't know. Basically, the idea is I'm going to lose a knight either way, right? Like, if I just take this, I'm going to lose my knight still. So I'm trying to lose it in a way that sort of messes up what black is trying to do. And doubling up these pawns like this looks kind of annoying and awkward. And now I can take, and it's weird for black, is what I'm saying. Now, is that good enough? Well, I don't know. Remains to be seen. But I think that's an awkward pawn structure for black. It's hard to get the bishop out. And now it sort of weakens the king if you castle here. You could argue that they can use the f-file, but yeah, anyway. So I think we're going to go for this. And I'm going to start trying to take advantage of that. Queen g4, queen f3, queen e2, g1. Okay. We do see that. Ooh. What if I go here? Sack the knight, bring the queen in, take there, checkmate the king. That's a nice try, actually. So again, taking advantage of or trying to take advantage of the weaknesses that we've created on the white squares. So here's my plan. Sacrifice the knight. Yeah, we're going to see it maybe. Sacrifice the knight. Now, if the king takes, I have check. Oh, it defends g6. It's a good move. It's a good move. Man, that's too bad. Yeah, it's not going to work anymore. Not going to work. All right, change of plans. We're going to play f4. We have to take here. That's too bad. But I'm still thinking of ways to attack. Okay, and my plan is going to be after we take here to swing the queen over this way and come in like this. Okay? Like this. And here's the thing. Normally, if you have your pawns like this and somebody attacks you like this, you play h6 or h5, and it's not a big deal. But in this case, if you play h6, this square is very, very weak because you don't have the pawn, right? So that's kind of what I'm going for. Queen check. Now, if I want to gain a tempo, I go here. But then it blocks my queen. So I probably am just going to move the king. I don't care about this pawn at all. Yeah, let's go ahead. Normally, I would be happy to gain a tempo, but in this case, it's sort of stopping what I'm trying to do. So I'm not going to do that. E5 is probably a good move. Okay, they didn't play it. Great. So here we go. Checkmate. We're going to see h6, I think. And I'm going to move my knight. But I've created a permanent weakness here. And now I'm going to shift my attention to attacking that. So we're going to just go back here. I'm not sure what black is thinking about. You got to play. I mean, you have to play h6. And now we're going to try to attack here. Okay. I could play c3 just to kind of shut down some things that are happening here. If I want to take my time, or I could immediately go for this. They're probably going to play e5 next. I don't like that move. So I'm going to play queen g3, get out of that, and also attack the weak square, right? g6. Oh, they could take this and defend. That's actually an interesting move. I didn't see that. I was thinking they had to deal with this before they could deal with this, but yeah, they could take it. Yeah, okay. It's okay. The plan is going to be the same. We're going to keep figuring out ways to attack it. Now, I would have... Yeah, actually, I don't know what to do there, because if I play c3 and stop this, they still could play e5. And I don't like that either, so I don't really know what the best move was. Yeah. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. I have rook f2, but that allows this. Nope, we got to get the bishop off the back now. I need both rooks to be in the game. So here we go. The fact that I'm losing a pawn here, I don't really care anymore. I'm committed at this point, right? I'm committed to attacking over here. Let's go ahead, line up on the queen. I'm trying to force the queen off this diagonal, because then I can attack. Now, if it goes back there, well, then I can come in this way, and I'm attacking from a different angle. So, I don't know. Let's see. But either way, I have a plan. Okay, they do go off. So now we can... There's two ways to do this. No, there's a lot of ways to do this. I could still come down there. Not a bad idea. But knight h4 is the immediate way to attack this. Now, the queen can't defend that way. You could defend on f6, or the rook could defend on f6. I need to be able to chase that away somehow, which would be this move. Like, I kind of need a rook there, but I don't know if I have time for that. I don't know if I have time for that. There's so many potential moves here, though, too. I mean, I could also... Like, this is not out of the question, because if the bishop gets traded, then you have new things you can attack. That's why I'm thinking so long, because this is a very interesting position. This is what makes chess difficult. You have to not only calculate this stuff, you have to evaluate it correctly. Is it better for me to attack this and go for that plan? Is it better for me to attack this way? Is it better for me to go for this? I don't know. I really don't know. Sacred, hey, thank you. Stream helps a ton. Awesome. I'm going to say that if black gives up this bishop and we have an opposite colored bishop, so a dark squared bishop, okay, dark squares and light squares, if we have an opposite colored bishop ending, I'm going to say I can attack the king better this way. And it's going to be very difficult for this bishop to help defend. So it's kind of like playing the game up a piece, in a sense, when you're attacking. Since black doesn't have any way to attack me immediately, I'm going to say this is the most dangerous. Am I right? I don't know. Remains to be seen. Okay. Wow. This guy. What if I just take it? Can I do that? Maybe it's a perpetual, though. Or h4. Let's go h4. think we're just going to take that. But then we lose the eve. But then we have check. Oh, no, we could even take this. Yeah, let's do it. That's the main threat, probably. I mean, I say that. This is also pretty good, too. No, but then the queen comes down. No. Yeah, I guess this is the main threat. Okay. This guy is fearless. Fearless. Where's the win? Where's the win? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know what to do. Or do I take with the bishop first? I don't see it. I don't want to. All right, well, let's do this way. The other way doesn't look like there's anything there. This way, maybe. Maybe this is better. He takes here. I'm going to take that so we can pre-move that. Again, with the no fear at all. I don't know what to do, guys. Let's see. Oh, then he forces a queen trade. Man, okay, hold on. Maybe it's this way. Maybe this is the way. He still wants to go there, though. Man, okay. I think I can do this and play rook f3 and win the game. Oh, bishop h5? No! I didn't see that. Do I have any other ways to do it? Do we have any other ways? Come on. Queen g8, maybe. Rook f8. Rook f7. No, I can't go rook f7. Rook g3. Because I can't let the queen go there is the issue. But I have to move my queen. Yeah, I probably need to move the queen. It's also a pin, but I don't know if I have time to take that. H5, what do I do? I think I'm just losing, honestly. I don't think I can win this anymore. Yeah, bishop h5, man. And my rook's hanging and my queen's hanging. That was the wrong move. I mean, there's rook f8, but no, there's no way, right? I don't have perpetual, do I? Oh, he plays rook b8. He wants to defend that way? Okay. Oh. What do I do? What do I do? This guy's finding some crazy moves. I just have to say. You just have to say. Ay. I think we're just going to lose on time because I don't see what to do next. Man, I don't know. I'm getting checkmated, I guess. There's no moves. There's just no moves. Everything's bad. Just go checkmate me. What are you doing? Come on. Go win. Oh, such a frustrating game. guys. Okay, now I'm getting suspicious. Is it that hard? Is it that hard? Checkmate in one? All right, let's check the game review. I wasn't suspicious until the end when it's like, what, you can't see checkmate? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Got a little suspicious just at the end. Just at the end, because I was like, it's obvious. It's a checkmate in one. They did make some mistakes, so I'm curious what the mistakes were. That was second move, so that wasn't really a mistake. That was the second engine choice. Very close to the first one. Yep, again, second choice. That's the top engine move. I'm not sure why it's marking it as dubious. That's the top engine move. Okay. Yep. Again, second engine move. That was a big mistake. So it's a third engine move. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I just felt weird at the end, right? You're such a good tactical player, obviously, if you're finding all this crazy stuff. Like, even here, like, trading, it doesn't seem like an intuitive move to me. Because, here's the thing. Normally, when you have tension like this, trading is not the right thing to do. Because you lose your rook, and you give your opponent the file. So why would you trade that? Why wouldn't you move somewhere else, right? But that's the only good move for black. Okay. King G6. Again, remember I said they're fearless? That's just like, who plays a move like that? I mean, I hate to be like, everybody's like, oh, every time you lose, you blame them on cheating. But this one just, I don't know. This one just, this is hard to see, right? How do you stop that? No, bishop e8. And then here's where it got really crazy. Yeah, top engine move. Rook to b8? Of course, it makes sense after you see it. You want to defend it with the queen, but I mean, why does it give it a doobie? It's the best move. It's the top engine move. Here, how long did they spend on this one? Because this was like the only move. Yeah, 18 seconds. It's the only move. Like literally, you have to just play it. Best move. Yeah. Guys, every single move in this game. And it took them 10 seconds to see that. And what? 7 seconds to see this? This is obvious. This is obvious. Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm suspicious. I don't know if I want to report or not, but I'm very suspicious. I'm going to look at it after the stream and I'll make my decision. I'm not going to say anything right now. But anyway, I think we played a pretty nice game, honestly. We had a really nice attack. We did our best to try to make it work. But opponent, I mean, yeah, played everything perfectly. What can you do? King G6. Bishop E8. Rook B8. Bishop H5. I mean, anyway, hope you guys learned something. Nevertheless, watch his next game. Oh, he's playing right now. Oh, he's playing right now. Yeah, I will watch his next. On a win streak. Blitz rating is 1225. Black's a strong player. How did this game go? Let's see. Nice little tactical move there. Yep. Works out very nice for Black. Imagine that. Takes the rook. Uh-huh. Where's the can I see Stockfish's moves? What's going on? Why isn't it showing me while he's playing? That's weird. I want to see the analysis. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, anyway. I don't know what's going on. Let me look at the time usage. Yeah, it's super suspicious. It's slow though. It's slower than you would think, but it's like 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 17 seconds, 17 seconds, 17 seconds. 17 again on this move. 19, 15. Yeah, okay. Well, the other thing is I don't see a single move. Again, we've said this before. I don't see a single move that's been played quickly by Black. Not a single one. The fastest move played was like in 5 seconds. 6 seconds. We'll call it 5.6 seconds. Every single move in the game. Not one has happened, immediately or instantly or quickly. Not one. $12 losses? Yeah, I don't I'm going to get my points back for this one, though. Pretty sure. Yep, 15.6 seconds. So he's going to move probably about 5:30. He's going to make a move. That one was 10 seconds. Let's see. Yeah, this one's probably going to be, let's see if we can predict. 5:20. 5:20 is the move. Maybe 5:21. Oh, he's speeding up. He's doing it every 10 seconds now. Speeding up. So every 10 seconds would be what? Yep, 8.8 seconds. Good move. Unleashes the bishop. And you can see how the eval bar just constantly goes in Black's favor, right? That doesn't happen in a normal game, usually. Usually there's like some mistakes. Not this guy. Nope. Yep, there you go. There you go. All right, folks. I am going to do it. I think that's good enough for me. I could be wrong. Please don't message this person. Please don't. I'm going to say that now. Please don't send this person any messages. Okay, that's not cool. Chess.com will handle it. Please don't say anything to them. Don't challenge them. Don't just leave it alone. Thank you. All right. Anyway, guys, I got to go. Time for lunch for me. I'm pretty confident we'll get those points back. So we'll still be pretty close to 2150, I imagine. But yeah. Let's watch another one. Are they playing again? I don't know if they're playing again. No, I don't think they're playing again. Yeah, we could check the rating graph. Let me see the rapid rating graph here. Ooh. Whoa. Ooh. Can you guys see that? No, you can't see it. There you can kind of see. Let me move this over. So started. Oh yeah, started in September of 2023. A month ago. There were 1,100. I do have a question though. How did they lose? I want to see how did they lose? This game was 80 moves. They lost. How did you lose it? I'm real curious about this one. I don't have time for this. I gotta go eat. I'm really curious. Huh. I bet you I know what happened. I bet you I know what happened in this game. The second engine move is Queen of Fate. Queen of Fate. I bet they mouse slipped or played Queen of 7 instead. It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, it almost looks like they like to use the second engine move in a lot of cases, not the top one. Yeah, I'm seeing that quite a bit. Anyway, board is done. Chess.com can tell us if we're right or wrong. Please don't message the person, guys. Though seriously, don't do that. Okay. I will see you guys next time. I am. Make sure I have this set up correctly still. Yeah, there we go. I am going to go eat some lunch. Thank you guys for the super chats and the new members and the kind comments. And I hope you learned something. We had some cool games today. If you're here late, maybe you should go watch it because, oh, before I forget, I'm about to post a video on the channel that you guys should go watch. I almost forgot to do this. Let me go ahead. I'm going to make it public right now. So if you want to be the first to watch it, go to the home screen. Get ready. I'm going to make it public. I'm going to publish. It's live. It's live right now. There you go. It is live. I guess I can give you the link. That would be a nice thing to do, huh? Here it is. There you go. My wife played Martin. So if you want to see how that turned out, go check it out. It was pretty it was some pretty interesting games over there. You message him. Yeah, please don't message the guy. Guys, please don't message the guy. I'm serious. We don't want to harass anybody. Chess.com can make the decision. All right. See you guys.